Greetings, greetings, greetings. Yes, this is the master teacher. That's right, the shapeshifter, the code breaker, coming at you live in living color and into your eye gates and into your eardrums with 2,400 watts of power in this hour. Yes, that's right, our moderators, TSF, too sweet to be sour. Listen, once again, we're right here at the Truth Session. We're coming at you, and I'm telling you, it's going to be a powerful time. Thank you all for tuning in. Listen, we're excited about this. We're excited about this quantum realm we are talking about. Yes, that's right. Man, listen, the energy is off the chain, off the cloud, off the cuff, off the roof, off the Richter scale. That's right. We harness and bring in that energy so that we may redistribute it. No matter how it comes in, we understand how to harness it, bring shape to it. That's right. Articulate it, massage it, knead it, and give it to you right where you need it. Listen, family, we want to say assalamu alaikum, shalom alaikum, abaragani in hotep, amani kaka, amani dada, hola, bonjour, konnichiwa. That's right. That's right. I am a master teacher sitting in the captain's seat for the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. That's right. The one who knows how to command the cosmic, the etheric. That's right, to behave, to come subject unto the apostolic and prophetic authority and permission that has been given unto him. That's right, you are here at the Truth Session where your thoughts really matter. They really count. That's right. Listen, once again, we don't take your time for granted nor lightly. We honor and respect your time. That's right. We can't get it back once it's gone. So we respect your time. Thank you for tuning in to the Truth Session once again. Listen, we're going to be dealing with today that the quantum realm is the real realm of reality. That's right. Don't let anybody fool you. The quantum realm is the real realm of reality, not the classical realm, not the natural realm. Listen, things exist outside of what you should be doing or what is perceived, what's been placed in your eye gates. But we perceive with our pineal gland, and we understand that something is happening on a cosmic level, on a quantum level, that natural phenomena cannot explain. And when you begin to tap out of yourself and understand that there is a realm that you naturally operate in, that is not spooky, that is yours for the taking, that has been given unto you, listen, you'll reproduce it. Because everything reproduces after its own kind. So you'll understand that you have it naturally, that it's a part of your everyday being. See, it has to come into your line of sight. It has to come into your hearing, into your eye gates, into your sense of smell. It's your sensitivity realm for you to understand that, yes, I naturally do this. And so today we're going to deal with the cognitive aspect of the quantum realm, how we're constructed, how our minds operate, how our brain cells operate. That's right, how our electrons move about, how we interchange positions and pick up things and understand things. Listen, if you're here for the first time, we want you to come on, join in. That's right. That's right. Let us know where you're hailing from. And let us not forget to remind you to hit that share button throughout this feed. We want that energy, that blue flow. That's right. We're still in that deep blue, smooth flow, that quantum blue. Come on here. That's right, that place where you can be you. Let me be me. That's right. That's right. Didn't Salt and Pepper say, let me be me. That's right. Where you can be you. That's right. Where the quantum realm takes you to the place where you naturally operate. That quantum blue state before sunrise, after sunset. Where you're most powerful. That's where you get to send your thoughts in motion. Send your energy in motion and command it to do what it's designed to do. Come on and populate, hit that share button, send out those emojis. That's right. Let me already say that our very own sister, Cynthia Ford Clark, has already donated. Listen, go ahead and donate as you do throughout this feed. That's right. Come on, we appreciate your donations. We honor your donations. That's right. That's how we do what we do. And so we don't take that for granted nor disrespect it. So that's right, share button. And let me, listen, put your business on the timeline. That's right. Put the businesses on the timeline. Free advertisement. We send out that energy and patronize one another. That's right. You patronize one another. Cause a current. Cause an electrical flow. That's right. Electrical impulses in our brain. Our thoughts go there. And when you do that, when you patronize one another's business as a family, oh, you start a flow that cannot be matched. You cause things to arc whenever something gets in the way. That's right. It'll leap over what appears to be a break in the flow, or those who attempt to break the flow. Let me tell you something. We have the ability to arc, not just spike, but to arc. Arc will leap over a spot where there is seemingly no connection. There is no conduit. It'll leap over that spot and continue with the flow. That's how our words operate. That's right. We'll speak some words and cause some things to manifest where there appear to be dry land, where there appear to be no thoughts, where there appear to be no energy. You'll go deep within yourself and flow in that blue realm. So family, come on in the house as we prepare and get set up for today's truth session. Listen, let me not be remiss to acknowledge the one. That's right, the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. Listen, we honor you. We appreciate you for this platform. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for what you do that's unseen, unheard. The painstaking effort that you put forth to cause this to manifest. That's right. You've been operating in this quantum realm for a long time. When I met you, you was quantumly operating. You walked in, you were already operating in the quantum state. And guess what you did? You caused us to quantum leap over into the realm where you were operating so that we didn't skip a beat, so that we met our destiny, our identity, our purpose, so that we met up with our probability, our possibility, our probabilities, and then it became our purpose. That's right. You harnessed it, made it one big nebulous. You made it one big sphere. And so now it became a 3D object to us where everything was housed. And guess what? Nothing could get in that place, that space. The only way people can get in, or others can get in, or things can get in, is if you poke a hole in it. That's right. So here in that flow, we thank you. Listen, I'm going to step back for a minute. Oh, let the Prince of Peace. That's right. That's right. Musical artist JP, titillate your ears. Come on, bring you into that place. Oh, you better believe I'm excited. It's on me already. Come on, family. Come on, hit that share button. All right. We're in that deep blue flow. Come on and flow with us. Come on and flow with us. We're in that deep blue. 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 Deep blue. Come on, flood the timeline with those emojis. Come on, give us those hearts. Give us that flow. Yes. Come on and flow with us. Come on, put those blue waves in there. Oh, listen, we're getting ready to walk on water. Yes. We're getting ready to take our thoughts there. Yes. Greetings, the one. Greetings. Yes, greetings, the one. That's right. Oh, the one is in the house. Come on location, but in the house. Greetings, Sister Stephanie. Sister Latricia in the house today. Oh, you better ask somebody. Greetings, Sister Dominica in the house. Come on, up in here, up in here. Yes. Yes, our very own Sister Cynthia Ford Clark. Oh, you better ask somebody in the house. Sister KD, the songbird. Oh, they're flowing up in here. Yes, Elder Gibbs. Come on. You know all is well and it just got better. Oh. Yes. Come on in the house, family. Sister Sabrina, come on and talk to me up in here. Yes. Man, y'all walking on the water already. Yes. Come on. See, I already feel you pulling on me. I already feel that energy. That's right. Come on, let's just take a moment and flow with those emojis. I want them to flow. Come on, for the next minute, just let them flow. Flood them. Oh, you know what to put on there. Just let it flow. Come on. Yes. Come on, Prince of Peace. Come on, yes. Yes, Florida in the house, South Carolina in the house, Chicago in the house. Oh, come on. Springfield in the house, the 217 in the house. Yes, greetings back at you, Sister Stephanie. Greetings. Come on. Thank you guys for being in the deep blue flow. We thank you for flowing today. Man, listen. It's a powerful time. I'm telling you, this is a very powerful time. We've established such a deep blue flow. And listen, throughout the week, you've got to stay in that vein. That's right. We talked about on last week that you can be in one state, one position, but yet with many thoughts, many flows. That's right. Come on here. You can be in those places. Oh, my. You can be there in such a flow, standing in one spot but flowing in many different places. So what am I telling you? Throughout your week, flowing that blue, smooth. Come on, smooth. I'm talking smooth. I'm not just talking, I'm talking smooth. Flowetry in motion. Oh, so smooth as a late JB said, make you want to jump back and kiss yourself. You just flow. Flow. We're getting ready to flow into some information. We've flown from the deep blue quantum realm, from adjusting our mindsets due to trauma and confusion. Oh my goodness. Now we understand that we are the quantum products. We are the quantum properties. We are the quantum particles, that there is no limitations on us. That's right. We can jump from place to place, from energy shell to energy shell. And as we go from a higher energy state or shell to a lower energy shell, as we learned on last week, what do? We emit light. That's right. We emit light. We absorb light. And we release that energy back. Even in a dark place, oh my goodness, we suck dark so that we may emit light. That's right, dark suckers. Because we understand that theory, there is no place where we can't shine. There is no place where we can't turn on our cognitive ability. That's right. I am the president and CEO of Jumpstart Your Cognition. That's right. So even in a dark place in your mind, I can turn on your cognition. I can jumpstart the engine of your mind. I can touch the cognitive ability that's in your mind. And that's what we're doing with this quantum realm. The quantum realm touches those places where you need a jump start, where you need that cognitive ability to flow. Oh, we're going to talk about it because we've been talking about how that is an ecosystem, the quantum realm. And we talked about the Darwinian system, how it's a combative place, a place where they talked about the survival of the fittest. Listen, some of the fittest have not survived. Oh, you know, some that are the fittest but have not survived. So survival of the fittest doesn't fit in the quantum realm. That's right. Doesn't fit in the quantum realm. Oh, we have our sister Monique. Thank you for your donation. Thank you. We appreciate your love, your honor, your gratitude, your benevolence toward us. Thank you. Man, you guys are flooding this timeline. Oh my goodness, look at that energy. All I have to do is just get in it and just flow, flow, flow on. Oh, you better flow with me. Flow on. Flow on. My goodness. So now we also talked about, and I'm rehashing just a little bit on epigenetics. The epigenetics, which we have access to, that's right. So our DNA, they talked about our DNA, how it is finished, like it is finished. So the genes that we've received and things that have been passed down, that's right. Yes, we understand that we're going to have some character traits of those who are in our lineage or in our lineage. But listen, their reality does not have to be your reality because of epigenetics. That's right. I can write on you. I can take information and write it upon you. That's right, because we're living epistles. Read of men. That's right. So now I can take my ready writer pen and I can write information in your DNA, your epigenetics. I can write them in your thoughts and you'll begin to operate in them. That's right. That's the ability that I have. Oh my goodness. We're talking about this because, listen, classical, natural, everyday occurrences and thoughts and scientific discoveries, listen, say, you can think outside the box. Think outside the box. But watch this. The quantum mechanics, not classical mechanics, but quantum mechanics say, guess what? Remove the idea that there ever was a box. Oh, you better talk to me. See, if you remove the idea that there were ever a box, you don't have to be constricted in your mind. You don't have to be confined. Oh, talk to me. You don't have to be confined. Why? Because it supersedes infinity. So watch this. Infinity, as the one said so long ago, still has the ability to have a measuring stick. Right? Because there's a beginning, then there's negative infinity, and there's positive infinity. So that means there had to be a beginning, and now infinity jumps in either direction. But watch this. That's still a measuring stick, although it's infinity. But the quantum realm said it supersedes that. Come on here. So now, classically, we have our infinity and our negative infinity. But quantum says before there was ever an infinity, I operated, I moved around, I jumped started. Oh my goodness. I was able to flow. I was able to create wisdom. Watch this. Oh, I got to read this to you. Safar Tehillim La Yahweh. And again, I'm not trying to minister to you per se. Watch what it says. We're not trying to proselytize anybody. Safar Tehillim La Yahweh, Proverbs, commonly referred to as 8:22 through 23. Watch what it says, through 31. The Almighty One possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. Oh, listen to that. I was set up from everlasting, from beginning or forever the earth was. When there was no depths, I was brought forth. When there was no fountains abounding with water. Before the mountains were settled, before the hills, I was brought forth. while as yet had made no earth, nor the fields, nor the highest parts of the dust, or the particles of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depths, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, when he gave the sea its decree, that the water should not pass his commandment, when he appointed the foundations of the earth. Watch this. Then I was by him, as one brought up with him. I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him. Last one, 31. Rejoicing in the habitable part of the earth. Where's the earth? Right here. My delights were in the sons of men, or the human. Oh my goodness, what am I saying? Before there ever was the everlasting, I was there. So the wisdom, oh my goodness, the wisdom is there. But what about the wisdom? The wisdom was the quantum realm. It's the wisdom of the quantum realm. I was there before the heavens were brought forth. I was there. Before the depths of the sea, I was there. Before there were ever a firmament, I was there. The water couldn't pass it. You know why? Because I was there. I was jumping around, leaping, and saying, listen, you're supposed to exist in every realm. I was there. Oh, my goodness. I was established above the clouds. I was strengthened as a fountain of deep. Before there ever was a beginning, before there ever was an infinity, a negative infinity, I was there. Oh, my goodness. My electrons was jumping from energy shell to energy shell. That's what you have to do. You have to go back and say, I was there. I was there. What I'm operating in right now, a place maybe of deficiency. No, I was operating in infinity. I was operating in quantum infinity. Before infinity, I was there. That's right, I was operating. So now, as McFadden and Whitehead said, and also the late Wayman Tisdale, ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Oh, talk to me, somebody. We're on the move. Why? Quantumly, there is no stopping. See, regular realms, you got to understand this. Regular natural realms gives you a place of restriction. But the quantum realm gives you realms of possibility. Oh, it only becomes possible. Listen, watch this. It only becomes possible when you view it from the aspect of probability. So the probability of me being here, I can measure the probability of where it possibly could be. So your thoughts, your energy, your ability to be successful, measured through possibilities, probabilities, potentials, oh my goodness, and purpose. That's the fourth P, the one talked about. So now I'm operating in that space, but watch this. Because you're connected, now you're operating in the three P's with mathematics. You're standing perpendicular, erect, straight up. Then you're running parallel with the information, which means it never crosses. You never get crossed up. Why? Because parallel lines never touch. Train tracks, they never touch. They run parallel. Then there's the other P, projection. Oh, when you get this quantum information, guess what you're going to do? You're going to project the right thing. You'll have it. You'll have potential, probability, possibility. You have purpose. You have perpendicular. You have parallel, and you have projection. Projection, the orthographic way of seeing a thing. Come on here. Oh, come on. I feel that flow. Yes, I do. I feel that deep blue flow, because deep calleth unto deep at the noise of that water spout. Listen, we're still in the blue. Y'all see, yeah. Got my blue towel here, my blue hand towel here. That's right. Oh my goodness, it's doing something to me just being up here. My goodness. Creativity, certainty, uncertainty, relationships, duality, stability, enlightenment, balance, synchronicity, consciousness, higher consciousness, being intentional, smooth. Oh, I like that. Y'all hear the songbird. Y'all hear the come on. The musical artist, yeah, come on. Yeah, the Prince of Peace, smooth. Y'all, smooth, peaceful, tranquil, intelligent. Watch this. There's a possibility that it exists. So once you give audience to there's a possibility that the quantum realm, the ability to operate quantumly exists, it can be measured. Scientific dictum, Dr. Bobby Wright. Let me go back to it. There is a scientific dictum which states everything that exists in some amount. And if it exists, it can be measured. Oh, so the quantum realm can be measured, right? It can be measured. But because it can be measured, there's still possibilities, infinite possibilities, which means because it can be measured, in other words, you can measure yourself being there, operating there. But once you get in there, oh, you don't stand still. You immediately begin to flow in a deep blue realm. That's right. The quantum realm is the realm of blue. That's right. It's that chakra place, that blue place. Come on, somebody. It's the place of synchronicity where things synchronize. That's right. Synergy. Things are synergistically connected. One part is not above the other part. Those individual parts are not greater than the sum of the whole. That's synergy. Watch this. Wow. Do you operate as a subatomic particle? In your consciousness, do you operate in a subatomic particle? Any of various particles of matter that are smaller than a hydrogen atom. Subatomic, protons, neutrons, electrons. Elementary particles that operate with the smallest, minute thing. So it may look like that we're just small and minute, have no power, no authority, have no grace upon us. Oh, listen, we see ourselves as giants. That's right. That's right. We don't view ourselves in a classical conditioned way. The one said that to me this morning. That's right. We're not in the classic. We're not caught up with classical conditioning. With Pavlov. We're not classically conditioned. We don't think in that realm, in that box. We're not moved by stimuli, something dangled before us. Oh, no. Quantum. Oh, somebody say quantum. Come on, somebody say quantum. Quantum, that minute part that's enough. Quantum represents that which is enough. Sometimes enough is enough and too much stink. I quote from the one. Oh, let me go there. Dealing with this new quantum paradox, it throws reality into a loop. That's right. It goes into a nested loop. We all know that nested loops are not good because you never break out of a space so that you may increase, that you may flow. You just go round and round in a circle. Groundhog Day. It keeps repeating itself. Yeah, the movie Groundhog Day. Things kept happening over and over and over. So now you've come past that mountain long enough. We've got to operate in the real realm of reality called the quantum realm. The new realm, the real realm, the observed realm. That once you observe it, it no longer exists there. That's right. You've just got to get there. Listen, some of you might have wrestled with the fact that, man, I can't operate mathematically. And watch this. I'm going to bring some quantum mathematics next time I see you. Listen, I'm telling you, mathematics has its foundation, its origin with everything. And everything has its origin with mathematics. And so once you understand that you can operate there, oh my goodness, your movement will be limitless. See, we've been taught to fear it. We've been taught to lock up our minds. When somebody say mathematics, oh my goodness, we shift into a place, man, where we just sit in cement. But when you open up just a little bit, you open up just a little bit and say that, man, I can do this. It belongs to me. It was given to me. It was given to me to operate in it. Yes, we operate in different levels, different realms, but guess what? We all don't learn the same way. That's right. There's auditory learning. They're visual. That's right. Visual, spatial. There's kinesthetic. So we learn in different ways. That's right. But guess what? We all learn. And we operate in it every day. Let me check this timeline real quickly before I hit you with this other information. Oh, my goodness. Sister Sabrina said God order mathematics. Throws reality into a deep loop. Come on here. My boy, I'll be in the house. Well, I'll be. Birds got to leave the nest as we do. Come on here. That's powerful. That's right. Birds got to leave the nest. We have the ability to fly. That's what our electrons do. We've got to leave the nest so that we might have the ability to operate quantumly. And Sister Dorothy Wilson, that's right. Enough is enough and too much stink. Classical condition. That's right. Quantum. Classifications with higher powers, but the highest. Yes. Which one? All the ones. That's right. Superimpose, master teacher. Come on here, Sister Dorothy. Float on. Yeah. Moving forward, Sister Wilson. All right. Once is that deep blue flow. All right, let me go back up and see what I got here. Oh, we're getting into this. You're already flowing. You already see the potentials, the possibilities, the purpose, the potential, the probability. And listen, if you're just tuning in, oh my goodness, we're in that deep blue flow, that quantum realm, that deep blue quantum realm, smooth, saying that the quantum realm is the real realm of reality. That's right. I was there operating in infinity. That's right. Sister Cynthia Ford Clark. Oh, let me go up. Teach, master teacher. Gratitude, Sister Stephanie. Yes, Proverbs. Wow. That's right. I was brought forth. Quantum. The quantum realm was brought forth. The earth wisdom and realm. Moving forward, Sister Dorothy Wilson. Come on, hit that share button. Come on. I'm getting us ready. Yeah. I was there. That's right. My electrons were jumping around. Oh, thank you for that water that you're putting out there. The water. Yes. Smooth. Yes. The quantum realm, the instant realm of blue synergy. Yes, indeed. Sister Sabrina. Subatomic particles. Yes. That's right. Knowledge is power. Thank you. Auditory learners, spatial, kinesthetics. Sister Dominica said, just had this conversation regarding math. I run from it. But work in it every day. Absolutely. We tap into those things naturally. And see, I'm dealing with your cognition today. I'm talking about a place where we operate in cognitively, but because it hasn't come into our line of sight, we fear it automatically. That's not who we are. In one order, one sound, but the same sound. Ruthenium produces higher energy. Sister Dorothy Wilson. Water is life. Yes, indeed. Hailing from Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's right. We love you too, Sister Tracy. In the house. Oh. Our boy Al B said, I just love being here. I always walk away wiser than when I came in. Gratitude. That's always good to hear that we have an effect. Thank you. My brother Al B, man, you out there doing it. You making it do what it do. That's right, as the late Ray Charles said, positive energy. That's it. No negative vibes. Listen, All that we've been talking about, don't you know I'm creating a space for it to operate? It's operating right now. The previous ones I've done, they're operating right now. That's right. The smooth blue, the realm of infinite possibilities. It's eradicating, that's right, Darwin's theory of evolution. It's eradicating survival of the fittest. It's eradicating those combative realms. So now everything that you set out to do, guess what? They're going to walk synergistically. They're going to operate synergistically. They'll realize, even if you have several businesses, guess what? Because of the quantum realm, they're going to work simultaneously. One will feed off the other because of quantum entanglement. Watch this. Quantum entanglement will connect one business to the other, even if they're totally different. But because of the particles, because of the quantum realm, they'll help the other one to grow. Oh, I know what I'm talking about. That's why I keep my thoughts right. That's why things are flowing. That's why those who I come in contact with, they flow. My students flow. Watch this. Their families flow. Listen, even the families jump on the feed. That's right, they flow. Then I turn into the one. Oh, I have a right to do that. That's right. I come at them, yes. This is me, your math teacher. That's right. Coming at you with 2,400 watts of power in this hour. That's right. You too sweet to be sour. That's right. You my A block, my C block, my B block, my D block. That's right. That's me. Oh, and they plug right into the truth session and they just flow. School has been in session for a while now. Guess what? Every day my classes just flow. You know why they flow? I quantumly tell them to flow. I'm not trying to get to work to see if they're going to flow. No, I command you to flow now. That's right. I command you to do what I want you to do right now. And when I get there, you better operate in what I told you to operate in. That's why all of them are successful. That's right. That's why all of them are successful. I've got a project right now. Listen, I'm still in that vein. Listen, project right now. Been conversing with a 6th grade student. I don't have enough. I can't do this. I don't understand this. No, I said, I'm not listening to that. No, I'm not determining how successful you're going to be on how I'm going to operate with you. No, I command you now to receive this. I decree it. No, you are going to be successful. I don't care who told you what, when they told you. That's not your reality. That's somebody else's reality. No, I need you to open up and just receive what I'm saying. I want you to fathom this. Watch it happen for you. Take it one lesson at a time, one assignment at a time. Receive it. Oh, she messaged me back and said, thank you. She said, okay. I changed her thinking. That's right. Those places where things were nestled up, guess what? I removed them. Listen, I don't need your permission to help you to be successful. But when I get done with you, guess what? You're going to give me your permission. Because quantumly, you wanted me to have it anyway. I'm not talking about violation. I'm talking about tapping into the fact that that's what you want anyway. So I'm just going to help you get there. I'm going to be your conduit. Watch this. Quantum physics and human psychology may seem completely unrelated, but some scientists think the two fields overlap. That's right. In interesting ways. Both disciplines attempt to predict how unruly systems might behave in the future. How unruly. Watch this. The difference is that one field aims to understand the fundamental nature of physical particles, quantum realm, while the other attempts to explain human nature. So there it is. So the realm of quantum mechanics and psychology overlap because both of them deal with possibilities, infinite possibilities, uncertainty. Once tapped into, the uncertainty becomes a certainty. It is certain to be uncertain because it never stays the same. Wow. Let me go ahead and drop that on the timeline so that you had, I know I've already read it, but I want it to be out there. So there's an uncertainty with the certainty. And because of the certainty, it's uncertain. Wow. What a paradox. What an oxymoron. Sometimes you have to deal with the oxy of morons. That's right. The lack of oxygen of morons. Yeah, you know, I know y'all know some. We got some out there, some morons. A dunce. Right. Because classically, they've been taught to understand fallacy. And they operate in fallacy because that's what they've been taught. But when the truth comes, the truth session comes, there's a session of truth. They try to eradicate it or explain away the truth, as the one would say. They attempt to explain away the truth when the truth is right before them. So it's an oxymoron. Yeah. Watch this. Cognitive scientists found that there are many irrational human behaviors. Watch this. Classical theories of decision making attempt to predict what choice a person will make given certain parameters. This is powerful. But fallible humans don't always behave as expected. Last part. This is by Zhang. Jiuchu Zhang. Recent research suggests that these overlaps in logic can well be explained by quantum probability. There it is right there. By quantum probability. Watch this. So we're talking about cognitive abilities. We're talking about cognitive abilities that have the ability to flow our thoughts. So classical decision making, we're talking about quantum mechanics and cognitive thinking. So now, here's an analogy. Watch this. Or an example. How many of you have set out to go out to the store to pick up or purchase some things, but when you got there, the actual brand and particular thing you were looking for shifted on you when you got there? When you got there, all of a sudden your thoughts jumped somewhere else and you went to a place and saw a different product, and automatically you went to that product and didn't even think about the ones you went to get. And you purchased that and got back, and guess what? It had everything in it that you initially was going to get in another product, but something even more and something even greater, something even better. Guess what? You just operated in the quantum principle. It seems irrational. You made an irrational decision. And there's a piece I got in it. It says, you're not irrational. Comes from news.osu.edu from Columbus, Ohio. You're just quantum probabilistic. You're just quantum probabilistic. You're not irrational. It appears to be you're making irrational decisions. But watch this. When you tap into that quantum realm, all the parameters that you set cease to exist. You'll begin to tap into those higher thoughts, that higher energy, and guess what? You end up making decisions that you were supposed to make anyway. Now, did I say don't prepare? No. But sometimes your preparation stage will get you to a certain place where now you can see the next decision. Listen, I've gone to class with this lesson plan that I worked on for a week. Oh my goodness, I got this best laid plan. And I walk in the classroom and sit down, and the atmosphere and the thoughts and the energy of the students dictated that I do something else. Toss those plans away. Guess what? Because I study so much, instantaneously I have the ability to put the things right back together what I need to be teaching that day. That may be connected to it, but I'm gathering other pieces and parts. That's the quantum realm. Listen, we've said, okay, what do you want for dinner tonight? What should we fix? There was no initial plan. Watch this. You have to contemplate what you want, the ingredients, how to prepare it, where you're going to get it from. Guess what? Scientifically and through known scientists, guess what? They call it the quantum realm. Even down to deciding what you're going to eat at night is the quantum realm. That's right. There are many possibilities. And so now you've got to quickly come up with those ingredients. That entire platform, that entire entree, that's powerful. Watch this. According to nature, human behavior, these colleagues predicted that human decision making, watch this, actually operate more quantumly than what has been laid out. Listen, it is not fortuitous that people are tapping into the quantum realm. Oh, quantum finish. We talked about that. Quantum finish, cleaning product. Wow. Quantum. Wow. The one, let me see what the one. Say that one more time, Sister KD.
It says ready before you're ready.
Come on here. Ready before you ready. That's right. It's ready before you're ready. Come on here. Oh. My goodness. Watch this. Yeah, we're still flowing in that deep blue flow. Let me put this piece out here regarding uncertainty. Oh, as our very own. That's right. JP, the Prince of Peace, hit you one time. Yes. We're in that flow. Come on. Come on. Come on. Put those emojis out there. Come on. Put those emojis out there. Keep it flowing. As you flow, listen, let me take a station identification break. Oh. That's right. And acknowledge KD Nectar. Oh, I gotta wet my whistle. Come on and flow with us. Come on, come on. Deep blue, deep blue. Thanks to the one, thank you, the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander for putting it out there. Ready before you're ready. Before you're ready, you're ready. The quantum realm prepares you to be ready before you're ready. When you tap into it, when you're ready, you'll be ready. See, your readiness happens when you readily decide that you want it to happen. Listen, I'm going to tell you how I flowed as a kid on up till I met the one. How it flowed from where I grew up. Expect you to make it? No. Impossible. Impossibilities. Listen, come out the shoulders, the people I rubbed shoulders with. It's a young man, even throughout my undergrad. Gene Upshaw. President, that's right, NFL Players Association. The late, great Walter Payton. Brian Baschnagel. The owner of Fruit of the Loom. Larry Mark Levy. Oh my goodness, investors and those who own various restaurants and things like that. But I wasn't supposed to flow like that. Listen, grew up on the west side of Chicago. That wasn't supposed to happen. Listen, when the late Frank Gifford would show up, you know, the one Monday Night Football commentator, wife, Kathy Lee Gifford, showed up because I requested that they come so that I can do an interview for a research paper that I was doing. Flew right in the neighborhood, limousine. Go to the NFL Players Association banquet every year, $1,000 a plate. That wasn't supposed to happen. No, but it happened. In my mind, I was supposed to be doing this. I was supposed to be there. That's right. Guess what? I didn't pay the $1,000. Somebody paid for me. Oh, come on, talk to me. Mike Lederman from PM Magazine, the late Buddy Hackett, comedian. All those guys ran shoulders with him. Shoulder to shoulders with him. That's right. Joseph Keller. Oh, that's right. Primus Mutri. Teresa Gordon. I'm telling you. Better Boys Foundation. Troy Ratliff. I'm telling you, in a deep blue flow. And watch this, a part of the scholarship program. Watch this. When my scholarship money ran out for my time period, they renewed it. Never happened before. Wasn't supposed to happen. Why? In my mind, I was supposed to be operating in this. So you weren't going to keep me from operating in that quantum state. End up meeting Mr. J.J. Mitchell Anderson. That's right. Mitchell J.J. Anderson, who played for the Philadelphia 76ers. Met him right there in the tunnel, Chicago Bulls. With my coach, Coach Michael. That's right. Coach Michael Clark. That's right. Isaiah Thomas. Detroit Pistons. That's right. Ronnie Lester, who played for the Bulls. I'm telling you, man, that was a place that I operated in. I'm telling you. Then bumped into the one. Although it wasn't by happenstance. Bumped into the one. Flowed. You know why? Because I allowed my thoughts to be in that quantum realm. My cognitive abilities. That's right. Took me to that place. Watch this. Quantum mechanics describe the behavior of tiny particles that make up all matter in the universe, namely atoms and their subatomic components. One central tenet of theory suggests a great deal of uncertainty in this world of very small, something not seen at a larger scale. Watch this. Now, I want you to imagine this. Oh, this is powerful. For instance, in the big world, one can now or know where the train is, measure its velocity, its position. With data, you can predict it. Now swap out the train with your electrons. Your predictive power disappears. Oh, so the quantum realm takes what's measurable, what's naturally measurable, and causes it to disappear. Why? Because it's a place where you don't sit still. It's a place where there's no stagnation. Some movement is movement. So now what's predictable becomes unpredictable. Wow. Because it's calculated by probability. Unlike classical theories of decision making, the quantum world makes room for a certain degree of uncertainty. Oh, let me say that again. It makes room for a certain degree of uncertainty. So certainly there will be some uncertainty, but the probability of it happening is great. Remember, we talked about that. A probability of 0 means it'll never happen. Probability of 0.3, 0.4, unlikely to happen. A probability of 0.5, it could happen either way. But when you go above 0.5, you go to 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, it's more likely to happen. Oh, but when you tap into 1, it's certain to happen. But now watch this. They're coming out with these quantum computers. Research, quantum computers. So you know we deal with binary code 0 and 1, right? So now it has to be either or. But quantumly, what they're figuring is that in that state, both of those numbers exist together. And in that state, watch this. In this 8-bit Numbers from 0 off. So 2 to the 8th power give us 256. So 256. So there's a possibility that one of those numbers can appear in one of those binary codes. But watch this, in the quantum state, all of those numbers can appear in that one position. So just imagine if there were 24 bits. That's what these quantum computers are, they're researching and looking into. Because now you look at 2 to the 24th, man, that's over 16 million. Over 16 million numbers stored in one position. Into the trillions. Into the trillions. So we have the ability to store, to recall, to predict, to project, to run parallel with, perpendicular with. Watch this. One can say that the quantum, and this is coming from, that's right, theconversation.com. It says one can say that the quantum-based model of decision making refers essentially to the use of quantum probability in the area of cognition. So our cognitive thoughts actually operates in the area of quantum probability. Quantum probability. Wow. That's from Cambridge University Press. Listen, all of this is documented. All of it's documented. The problem is we've never been taught to tap into it because it seems so far-fetched. But I guarantee you now that you're hearing this information, those things that appear to be impossible to you, you're going to start contemplating them. You're going to start operating in them. You're going to start thinking that, listen, those things that I've been told years ago, let me go back and dig them out. Let me go back. Yes.
A lot of them, but 0, 1, it's a lot of them.
Oh, the one put all these zeros and ones out there. Come on here. Those binary codes. Listen, you all see all those codes that the one put out there? In one position, in one thought, all of them can exist at the same time based on classical physics, classical mechanics. According to regular binary situations, only one exists at a time. Oh, but you can store 16 trillion numbers in one position, which means there's unlimited possibilities of storing. That's what they're doing with these computers. In other words, they're so cryptic that they cannot be broken. The codes cannot be broken. Why? Because the way it operates is, as somebody trying to tap in, what appears to have a code here, you know, you have to have a code to sign in. When you tap into the system, the code doesn't remain there. It's so cryptic that it moves. It recreates. The one told us a long time ago that the computers are going to start communicating. So now they communicate. So now you try to tap in, restructure, break the system. The codes change on you. That's right. I am the code breaker. That's right. I'm the shapeshifter. So now in that realm, guess what? You tap in and say, I'm going to figure out this code. There may be a code that might have 16 numbers. But what you have to realize that in mathematics, you have something that's called combination. That's right. Combination, permutation. Permutation is where order matters. There's order. Combination. How many possible ways can I arrange this code? Even with probability and permutation and combination, if they tap into it, the numbers switch. Oh my goodness. So now you can't break into this computer. We're talking about quantum computers. Guess what? We operate like that. Huh. Yes, we do. So are my thoughts irrational? Are they irrational thoughts? Man, I was in one place, but I shifted to another place and made a decision because in my spirit, I sensed it. I honed in on it. I knew it. But what I did before was break past those sensitivities. And when I broke past the sensitivities, I broke past my window of opportunity. I didn't flow in that window of opportunity. Man, let me check this timeline. Oh my goodness. No stagnation in the quantum realm. That's right, Sister Sabrina. Oh, thank you for the heart, Sister Dominica. Sister Lavelle in the house, the priestess. Oh, you better ask somebody. Come on here. The master teacher, the shapeshifter, the code breaker from the one. One love, the one. Yeah. As a song say, I got nothing but love for you, baby. Nothing but love for you. The one. The one, that's right. Breaking codes. Absolute order. That's right, Sister Lavelle. Order, Sister KD. Without order, there's chaos. And though it appears to be chaotic in the quantum realm, there is order. Those electrons orderly move to those different states. They go up, they go down. They jump energy shells. Certain shells, there's only 2 electrons or 4 electrons or 8 electrons that can fit in one orbital, but they move around. Yes. Come on and flow with them. Come on and flow with them. Come on and flow with them. Well, I take a station identification break. Come on and flow with them. Come on, tap in. Come on and tap in. Come on and flow with them. Tap in. Tap in. Oh, don't miss your quantum experience right now. Yes, come on. Yes. Come on and flow with him. Come on and flow with him. Come on, flow with him for just a minute. Oh. Come on, they doing something to your particles. Yes. Listen, in this realm, in this code-breaking realm that we operate in, listen, this quantum world, particles such as electrons occupy an infinite number of places at the same time. If you can understand this, because we're tapped in and in tune with one another, we occupy spaces at the same time together. Your energy occupies with my energy. That's right. You can share this space with me. Share this quantum realm with me. Oh, Sister Dorothy Wilson says positive people, places, things, concepts, and ideas where higher energy produces higher ground and produces good things for the growth and productive things in this earth that produces wealth. Come on, eat healthy. Speak it love. Oh, come on. It's on you. That's right. That fire, you understand me. Not seen with the natural eye. Quantum physics. That's right, Sister Sabrina. All right. Watch this. If you can see that, come on and give me those thumbs up. And listen, once again, let us know where you're hailing from. Go ahead and do that real quickly. We want that to go right back to that feed because the energy is going out. That's right. They're vectoring. They're vectoring from a location and they're taking off. They're projecting. We talked about that. That's one of those P's. Come on and hit us with those emojis. And listen, that's right. Those of you who have donated, man, we appreciate you. Don't take it for granted nor lightly. It's always an honor and a privilege to receive your donations, your heartfelt. For where your treasure is, there where your heart be also. Thank you for having your heart here, your heart of hearts, your mind, your leb, your labor mind. In the Greek, your cardia. Come on here. Thank you. In the quantum world, just placed it out there, particles such as an electron can occupy an infinite number of places at the same time, existing in what physicists call superposition of multiple states. Man, what I'm saying to you is documented. Listen, we've been talking about quantum theory and quantum mechanics for a long time. But now it's heightened. Our senses are heightened with them. And people are coming out with all sorts and kinds of blue theories and thoughts and tapping into this energy. I'm seeing people everywhere wearing blue. And then they're putting out on the internet flow. Where do you think they're getting it from? They're writing about flow now. They're writing about quantum. They're writing about energy. They're tapping into what we're doing. It's having an effect. Listen, I know somebody personally who was not talking about quantum things and all of a sudden, boom, dressing in blue, talking about flow, talking about quantum. Yes, it's catchy. Yeah, because it will catch you in a certain state and catapult you to the next state. It's catchy. So in the quantum world, one thing sometimes behave like many different things. I like that. Quantum superposition or superposition and quantum entanglement. We talked about quantum entanglement. So in other words, I have the ability to affect something somewhere else. I have the ability, because of my authority, because of my power, to affect something somewhere else. Listen, right now, I'm affecting students in the highest institution of learning right now. Constantly contacting me and said, listen, I had this thought. Listen, I recalled how, boom, and I would just be thinking about those certain principles. Listen, I recall how to do this. Listen, because of you, watch this. I got a video this morning from a young lady that I was tutoring years ago who was in 7th grade. And I'm telling you, when I first came in contact with her, she wasn't doing too well in her mathematics class. But I tapped into her and allowed her to tap into me. Man, the young lady is excelling right now. So she sent me a video, her and her mother, powerful video this morning, talking about how she was elevated, how her mother was saying, listen, if you need tutoring, you better call him. That's right, how he has helped my daughter and how she has grown so much. And she herself came on and started talking, articulate. Come on, intelligent, you can hear it. Why? It's that realm that we operate in. Wasn't afraid to tap into the trillions of times of information, that science movement. Oh, I got something else for you. Man, this is, whoo. That's right, I've got trillions of notes here, information. That's right, do I study? Absolutely. All week long. Meditate on it, flow with it, so that it can just come out with the necessary energy. Watch this. Let me put this out here real quickly. Oh, man, this is good to me. I'm going to show you, talking about this possibilities about this quantum computer. I'm just going to drop the information there so that you can go back on the timeline and look at it. Yes. That's right. That's right. Come on. You're not irrational in your thinking. You're just quantum probabilistic. You're going ballistic. You're going quantumly ballistic. Yes. What a paradoxical way of thinking. Watch this. When researchers try to study human behavior using only classical mathematical models of rationality, some aspects of human behavior do not compute. I'm telling you what I'm saying to you, man, it's already documented. I'm telling you, we can operate in a space, in a place in our minds, in our environment, in our hemispheres, man, that will take you light years above what somebody else is doing. It's already there. Wow. And now they're talking about it. From the classical point of view, those behaviors seem irrational. Now remember, I talked about irrational numbers. They don't repeat and they don't terminate. Wait a minute, hold on. They don't repeat. They jump from energy shell to energy shell. They don't terminate. That's quantum. So an irrational number won't have something like 586.586, 586, 586. There's no repeating pattern, and it goes on past infinity. That's the quantum realm. So watch this. That realm appears to be irrational. Nothing makes sense. But in an irrational state, it makes sense. Because natural classical physics can't explain it. But it happens day in and day out. What is that telling you? If it's happening day in and day out, just because they can't explain it doesn't mean it's not supposed to happen. So others, because they can't explain it, they'll say it's not supposed to be happening. Well, if it's not supposed to be happening, why is it happening on a constant basis? Why are you constantly flowing on a constant basis? Even at times you may not feel the best in your body, you still flow. You tap into quantum. You have the ability to heal yourself from a headache because you tapped into quantum. Listen, anyway, the medicine that they give out, they're placebos. Oftentimes they're sugar pills. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't the pill that healed you. It was your thought that the pill was going to heal you. Yeah, they've done experiments. People were given placebos and they got healed. And there was no medicine in them. It was the thought that they could be healed by this pill is what healed them. The sacred text said that he sent his word and healed them and delivered them from their destruction or things destructured or things separated. They were separated in their flow. And so he brought those thoughts back together to bring healing. So now you're flowing and operating in a place where you're supposed to flow and operate. Why? Because the quantum realm is the real realm of reality. Yeah. It's that smooth, deep blue flow. It's that place before sunrise, before and after sunset, where you can flow, where you can set precedents over how your day, your night, your evening, your overnight time is supposed to go. Oh my goodness. Listen, let me tell you something. I had an administrator to tell me that I was the natural coffee in the morning because they walk past my room or walk in my room and say, do you need anything? How you doing? Listen, there's so much energy flowing in my room that, wow, my goodness, you're the natural coffee for everybody. Come on, go ahead and hit them with that deep blue flow. Come on, flood them on the timeline with those emojis. Come on. That's right, tap in. Come on, tap in. Yes. Come on, the one is feeding that timeline. Come on. Yes, sir, the one. Yes, sir. Come on, come on. Gratitude to the one. Gratitude to Elder Gibbs. Come on. Sister Lavelle, thank you for the heart. Yes. Sister Cynthia, 4 o'clock, thank you. Oh, the one says, yeah, that's smooth, KD and JP. Oh, you better ask somebody. Yes, Sister Dorothy Wilson, right. Uh-huh. Man, I needed you in physics and calculus. Oh, I'd have been there for you, Sister Sabrina. Come on, yeah, yeah. Flow, flow, flow. Yeah. Oh, come on. The quantum realm going ballistic. Yes. Oh. Flowing in that deep blue. Oh. Flowing in that deep blue. Come on. Flow. Yeah, yeah. Come on. Tap in. We're going to get out here in a minute, but we're going to tap into this. Flow. Flow. Yeah. That's right, Sister Dorothy. The ability to heal yourself. Come on. Yes. Come on. That's right, that's right. Oh, my goodness, my goodness. Yes. Flowing in that deep blue. Yes. Sister Sabrina says, wow. We think differently. No repeating numbers. Irrational state. That's right. Quantum. Here's this last piece. My goodness. That's right, Sister Dorothy. Self-preserve your energy every day. Though you can't give it, all right, to everyone. That's right. Some people abuse your energy. You know you have wisdom. You know where to distribute it so you don't shoot your wad. Yeah. Can't give it away. You got to know where to release it. She said, y'all feel the vibes. That's right, the power. Oh, my goodness. Watch this piece. Classical psychology theories rest in the idea that people make decisions in order to maximize rewards and minimize punishments. Get this now. So classical psychology say that we make decisions to maximize rewards and to minimize punishments. In other words, to ensure their actions result in more positive outcomes than negative outcomes or negative consequences. Guess what this theory is called? It is known as reinforcement learning, which falls under Pavlovian conditioning, wherein people learn to predict the consequences of their actions based on past experiences, according to 2009 report in the Journal of Mathematical Psychology. Watch this. Quantum mechanics, the quantum realm, says we Don't make the predictions based on past experiences, because at any given time, something can change. So because of our past experiences, our past hurt, we don't have to make a decision based on our past experiences, our past hurt. We can quantumly tap into a place where our decision now has nothing to do with our past. Wow. That's a different framework. That's a different level of power. That's a different level of thought processes. That's quantum mechanics. So watch this. Based on an experiment that they did regarding, listen, if you flip a coin and it turns up head, you get $200. If you flip a coin, it turns up tails, you get $100. Watch this. But according to quantum mechanics, you won't take that, or natural mechanics, you won't take that second risk until you find out what the first result was. Quantum mechanics or quantum physics will say, because of the infinite possibility, I can tap into a place where I'm going to take my second flip, even if I don't know the outcome of the first one. There's a level of articulation and information that we tap into that we instinctively know that I should be taking this route. I should be at this time going back to school. Listen, I told you, I contemplated for a while with going back to school. I sensed that the time wasn't right, and things manifested that showed me you were right. At the time I tapped back into it, man, it flowed. It flowed so well. Listen, all I could do was get in it and sit in it. Tapped into my higher self to sit down in my lower higher self. A place of blue, a place of tranquility, a place of synchronicity, a place of love, a place of relationship, a place of stability, a place of creativity, a place of meditation and contemplation. That's right. A place where my intellect comes online. My ability to teach, my ability to reach. That's right. My ability to be a poet and don't know it. Oh my goodness. You better lower it so your head won't know it. Oh my goodness. You better tap into this. Listen. Classical conditioning has no place when you tap into your quantum abilities. What am I saying? It's a place of deep blue flow where the energy is so magnetic and so powerful, no matter what the pressure is in this ocean, you can go beneath the surface and flow in that river. It doesn't matter. You can flow wherever you want to flow. In a dry and desolate land, you can flow. You'll create your own water. You'll stock your own river. You'll stock your own lake. You'll stock your own pond. You'll realize you can't do that. Let nobody stop you. Let nothing stop you. Quantumly make up in your mind that you're going to flow. Oh my goodness. That's right. That's right. Let me check this timeline before we get out of there. But listen. Oh, you've been hit by it. You've been struck by it. That's right. Musical artist JP. Sister KD. Oh, watch this flow. Flowing in the deep blue. Yes, yes. Come on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That deep blue flow. Come on. Yes. Come on. Yeah, yeah. Sister Dominica Jones at a very different level. That's right. A little process / power. Sister Dorothy said, right. Blue flow is all over me. Sister Cynthia Ford Clark. Elder Gill, put the heart out there. You understand me, the heart of the matter. Yes. Flowing that deep blue flow. Oh, no man, nothing but love, Sister Dorothy. Love is power, yes. Yes. One band, one sound of one love. Yes, Sister Dorothy. Get it to him, Master Teacher. Gratitude, Sister Stephanie. Y'all feel the vibes of power. Working everyone. Much love, Sister Dorothy. Oh, Sister Stephanie with the hearts out there. Come on, y'all flood the hand clap. She said, sing. Come on. Thank you for the heart, Sister Dominica. Yes. Self-preserve your energy every day. Fire, Sister Stephanie. Wow, think differently. No repeating numbers. In an irrational state, quantum realm. That's the real realm of reality. That's right, Sister Sabrina. Yes. You have to know yourself. Right, powerful energy. Come on. Keep on flowing. You have to dip off. That's right. And heal yourself. That's right. You can heal yourself. Power, energy must be positive. Oh. Come on. You can go anywhere. Deep blue, deep blue. Oh, come on. The one is showing. That's right. The muscle, the strength from the one. Thank you, the one. Come on, keep on, keep on. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Keep on flowing. Listen as they flow. Listen. Put 0, 1, 0, 1. Alternate 0, 1 on that timeline. Come on, that binary. Come on. Those places where all those numbers can house at one time. 0, 1, 0, 1. Come on. Put it on the timeline. Oh. Come on, 0, 1. Come on. That's right. Ready before it's ready. Come on and flow. Flow on, flow on, flow on. Oh! Come on. Yeah. Come on, you let it flow. Flow into your next week. Flow into your next increase. Flow into your next thought processes. Flow into your right sane mind. Your sane self. Your ability to be creative. Your ability to be adaptive. Your ability to be quantum. Your ability to flow. Oh, you better flow on. Come on. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. We're on the flow. To new depth, to higher heights, to new energy. Oh, don't you give up. No. Don't you give up. Don't you even think about giving up. Listen, you're at the brink of your breakthrough, at your quantum breakthrough. That's right, it's right there. You sense it, you feel it, you know it. You understand it. Let nothing distract you. Oh, as they flow. Listen, let me tell you something. Yes, you've just encountered the son of the one. That's right, the master teacher, the shapeshifter, the code breaker. That's right. I am the son of the one. The one. That's right. The apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. Oh, you better go door to door and ask somebody. You better go door to door and ask somebody. That's the one, baby. That's right. He gonna make it do what it do, baby. Yeah. Hey, listen. The quantum realm is the real realm of reality. That's right. So why don't you flow into that deep blue quantum flow? Listen, this ought to hold you. Hold what you got. Cogitate upon it. Muse over it. Ponder. Oh, y'all. But by all means, govern yourselves. Yourselves. Govern yourselves accordingly. And until next truth session, Shalom Alaikum. Mishpekah.